Hello, great Artificians. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever your time frame is, whatever time our schedule is right now, I greet you all. I welcome you to another of my broadcasts. I wish you all a splendid day ahead wherever you are tuning in from. And my name is Olugbemi Shokunbe. As we all know, it is another TBC cookies redemption. Redemption period in the community of TBC, community of uh, Kringle's society. And redemption is all about a conversion of earned cookies into spendable, Kringles and coins into your wallets. And this period runs from 1st of May 2019 till the last day of May this same 2019. So for that to be achieved, understand that you need to have completed your profile in your KCBO. Your profile must have been properly updated, and without you properly doing that, or fully entering your details into that very profile, you wouldn't have your redemption button turned on. And this is majorly for those of us that we are new members in the community of TBC. Those of us that newly joined TBC and we have never redeemed any cookie before now. So for that to be done, we need to have our profile properly being updated. And we should understand that for that to be done, uh, that information altogether, which is KYC, that is to update your KYC, which is know your customer details. You need to log on to the kringle.cash website, and when you get there, then you need to select the menu that says accounts. So you selecting that menu that says accounts, then on it you should be able to scroll down to another sub menu, and that one says your profile. So when you navigate to that your profile and you select, then you will see the following. So you get to see these other fields. You see one that says add alternative email. I take that once again, add alternative email. Then another one is a phone number. You get to see the one of a picture. Then you see the one of your Facebook link. Then your security questions. There is another option there that says full time. That one is either you want to be a part time as regarding TBC, or you want to do TBC as a part time or as a full timer. So you get to select, and there are certain other ones which I could say to be asset areas, like you including your Skype account. So Skype account, Facebook account, and if you are a broadcaster, then there is also another field there that you get to fill in your channel, your YouTube channel. So all that being said, when that is in full place, then you have your redeem button being turned on, and you can redeem your cookie in this very ongoing cookie redemption. And today I will be sharing with us what I titled giving. I take that again. The title to this very TBC broadcast is giving. And this giving, which is actually the general law of nature, and can also be a tool to rescue the poor away from poverty. To rescue the humanity as a whole from poverty. And in addition to that, and one could actually be thinking why that as a title or as a discussion in the TBC broadcast. So we get to see why that is actually the title. And now, what is giving? Now, what is giving? Giving could actually be defined as an extension of a hand of assistance, or a hand of a fellowship, or that of a providing love or care, or caring for something or someone in one way or the other, or that of other emotional support, as in supporting someone emotionally in one way or the other. And we should understand that having the mind to give, or the tendency to give or to do all this generously. I mean, to when we say giving and to do it generously, is actually taken to be a proper disposition towards giving, not one involving in giving and is doing such grudgingly. So it should totally be an act that is done generously. And to buttress that further, we should understand that in the religious sense, giving could also be said to uh, becoming Christ-like in nature. And becoming Christ-like in nature, that entails many good attributes. And becoming a loving and giving person who to an extent make one to be vulnerable to certain things. When I said vulnerable, I mean vulnerable psychologically or physically. And if that is being said, or we are looking into that as an aspect of giving, then we should understand that Jesus Christ did both. That is, he suffered psychologically and also physically. And we should understand that giving, which encompasses the ability to, and also to also have that wisdom to see into other people's needs. And also having, I mean giving also encompassing or having in it an attribute or a trait, or to desire, I mean that willingness for one to meet other people's need. So all this put together are what I will call the qualities of someone who actually genuinely gives. And breaking that down further, we should understand that the TBC admin has already gotten that wisdom to see to other people's names. And TBC admin actually possesses a stronger desire to meet those names. And that desire of a TBC admin, that willingness actually created the vision of totally eradicating poverty from the world. And the vision gave birth to TBC, the coin. And saying that it simply means that TBC is actually a vision. It is a mission that has a currency. So TBC is a vision, is a mission with a currency, and for the purpose, it has the currency for the purpose of eradicating poverty. However, the way it is, poverty is in different classes. And now I myself, I will like to to classify that into two. I mean to classify poverty into two. And one I have here is that those who actually have a very low income to survive, or who live on very low income for survival, probably they live on lesser than $1 in a day for their survival. And there is this other other class, which are actually extremely poor with nothing. And probably those are actually living lesser than, even living lesser on lesser than half of $1 in a day. So by this categorization, understand that these classes actually depend on others for survival mainly. And they sometimes eat once in a day. And the way I see it, most of these classes, especially those in the second class, may not actually be people who do not want to do anything for themselves, but may in one way or the other lack that self confidence to take an initiative due to the environment which they grew up in, or that where, I mean, in such an environment where they found themselves, or somehow or in one way or the other, as per the society or the community and the economic buoyancy of such an area which they actually found themselves in. So we need to understand that this group of people are the main reasons why TBC revolution to the world is in place. But my question now is this: how can these people who sometimes do not even get anything at all to feed on in a day actually get the money to pay for the for the registration into the TBC community, to pay the new 8 grains TBC admin fee, and that admin fee which is actually around 20 to 22 dollar. So if they couldn't afford such, then talk less of they buying like a 40 grains worth of kringle into their wallet. So we all understand and we know that the vision and the mission of TBC is actually to eradicate poverty, no doubt about that. So now, if our vision and the mission of our TBC is to eradicate poverty, then how can this set of people be saved? How can they be saved? How can they come into the life of abundance which we proclaim in the community of TBC? And understand this also, that the current world population as at February 2019, this very year, that population, the world's population altogether, is 7.7 billion, and yet about 90% of the world population fall under these extremely poor classes. Out of the 7.7 billion of the population, 90% of the world's population is actually within this extremely poor class, which classes, the two classes which I've actually mentioned. And meanwhile, TBC community is also looking out for 1 billion verified members to help across board. So how can we achieve this, since it is even difficult for most of these guys to get food to eat daily? So I myself, I discovered that most of the people I talked to about TBC, they actually gave me a good listening, and however, when it comes to they taking action, they are nowhere to be found. They totally ignore taking action. So I think it is not because they do not appreciate the concept of TBC or the concept of freedom, but for the money issues. I mean, money issues, even in which for they to feed themselves is a problem. So in view of all this mentioned, I will ask again, how can you yourself, that you are an established TBC member, how can you help the poor to join the train of abundance which we have in our TBC? How can you, that you're already established in the community of our TBC, help the poor to join the train from poverty to riches? And let me say this, and for our reminder, we should understand that there is much more blessing when it comes to giving than receiving. And giving is actually the act of offering help to someone who really needs help. So most of the time, people want to help those who they can also receive help in return from, when they themselves need one. And certain other set of people, they like to give help to people, or they having behind their minds the intention to control such people which they help, and that is very very bad. That is very very bad. So some of us in the community, we are just sitting, folding our arms, and doing nothing to actually contribute to the growth of and the success of the Kringle society, and saying that we rather advise that we in the community of our TBC, we do something as concerning those that are around us, and we actually know that they have interest in coming into the community of TBC. However, they are somehow financially being incapacitated, even as concerning the new 8 grain admin registration fee into the community of TBC, to actually do something to help people around us, even if all that we have is the free gift of the 250 kringles. I think somehow we have been able to affect their life for good. We have been able to impact their life positively. And in addition to that, permit me to ask, I will say, how many people have you actually told about a TBC in your family? How many people have you mentioned TBC to in your community, in that your very environment where you reside right now? So we should understand this, that most TBCans are even actually having a misrepresentation of that concept. I mean the concept of abundance. They are actually getting it wrong, in such that when they receive the free gift, then all they do is that they went asleep. So I will ask, how many people have you also shared the gift to? So if you haven't been doing anything about that, know that it is not too late. So you should start today. If you have not actually been sharing the gift with anyone, I mean the abundance which you have in your wallet, you've not been able to distribute. I mean by selling and to people that are around you, advocating about TBC, then it is not late. You need to be doing that. And when you do that, when you share the gift, you actually cash flow, and new members are being added to the community of TBC. That result into the growth of the community. So you must also understand that until the distribution phase is actually completed, until the ferry distribution phase which we are in right now is over, we wouldn't get to the next phase. So in addition to that, TBC Admin has been committed to our roadmap, and soon, I know, and very soon, those who actually refuse to take the advantage of this distribution phase, we have themselves to blame. There will be a sort of regret on their side. So I say to you, do you actually have enough kringles to help your community, to help humanity in that your area where you actually are living? Is the amount of kringles you have, is it enough to affect your community for good, positively? Is that enough even for you to build your future? So remember that giving, as I said earlier, is actually more blessed. There is more blessing in giving than in receiving. And my advice to you is this also: do not settle for less. Do not settle for less. Get to work. So you get into work, then populate the community of a TBC, get more coins in addition to yourself, to your credit, so you can actually earn that through the send button meeting. You can earn that through you doing broadcast, through your referrals into the community, and likewise you getting that by you purchasing more of kringles into your wallet. So understand that a good leader will guide you through to success, and will give you a good mentoring that will give you the right understanding and right focus as regarding what our TBC actually stands for. So I will advise that you actually find one of such a good leader, and myself, I'm available. So you can as well contact me, and you can get my contact within the YouTube video field, the description field of this particular video on YouTube. So you get to have my contact, and understand that you can actually earn more of a full TBC in this very ongoing official promo of the TBC Admin. And not just you earning, you can even redeem such during this ongoing May 2019 TBC cookie redemption, the one that is ongoing right now. So don't just stand as a naysayer to TBC. Have a rethink and grow in TBC as well. TBC is growing, and I will like that you also grow mentally, you grow in your understanding, you grow in your concepts as regarding TBC. So myself, I remain committed to the community of TBC, and TBC, the way it is eradicating poverty globally. And the way I used to say it, understand that if to the atmosphere of abundance, then TBC is actually the way. So thank you for watching this broadcast.